The magic portal that takes all of these characters to this alternate dimension turns out not a magic portal, actually a time travel portal, making this alternate dimension not actually an alternate dimension, and instead just the regular world 200 years into the future. Cool. Now, why the fuck is it covered in dust, and why are all of the people here crystallized? Well, here's the twist. This dust isn't sand or dirt, it's an accumulation of, say it with me now, nanomachines. Nanomachines that have gone rogue and are eating up all usable matter in the world to fuel their self-replication. That's what the dust is. A huge storm of mechanical termites chowing down on whatever's left. So those crystal-headed zombies, turns out not zombies, but walking accumulations of nanomachines. Medical robots turned against their hosts. Their appearance is heavily inspired by former series antagonist Senator Armstrong, whose nanomachines allowed him to, well, let me let him explain it.
Nanomachines, sir. They harden in response to physical trauma.
So these big-ass monsters like the Lord of Dust and all these other fucking freakazoids, they're huge colonies of nanomachines, continuously growing and adding more to their hive mind after having already conquered most of the world. So why did they need the time travel? Why did the Grey Goo open a wormhole over a military base and suck up a bunch of shit into the future? Well, because they're running out of resources in the future. Survive spells out that the inevitable end to Metal Gear Solid's world is a how much of the universe is now paperclips type ending. But the problem with those is that they have a limit. The more material the bots use to replicate, the less material there is to continue replicating. Eventually, they're destined to run out. So Metal Gear's nanomachines point their superintelligence towards the problem of time travel and find themselves a loophole. Every time they run out of resources in the future, they open portals to the past, to before their consumption began, and they siphon things they haven't yet taken. Survive says that the way Metal Gear Solid is destined to end is with magic substitute technology finding an infinite matter glitch and endlessly reconsuming the entire contents of the Earth over and over and over again. It's implied that this cycle has repeated already many times before your character is pulled into it. Also, it's a great excuse to reuse assets from the previous game. It's like Majora's Mask, kinda. The whole world is stuck in this endless apocalyptic cycle where all of the stuff in the last game keeps cropping up. Ultimately, your goal in the story is to find a way to sever the loop, to end the cycle. How do you kill it? Well, by going to Africa and scavenging pieces of, Actually, you know what? Hopefully I've piqued your interest by this point. I've spoiled enough already, so I'll leave it to you to figure the rest of it out. The story itself is a little cliche, but just like the gameplay and survival systems, it's not pulled out of a hat. Survive isn't, as many people sorrowfully assumed, a spin-off.